Hey, what's up, everybody? You know what time it is? This episode, we're gonna go over synchros.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that lets you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won.
So lately, I've got quite a few messages about my thoughts on Duels Genesis, the new set, as well as the new mechanic, Synchro monsters. So first, let's go over the first 10 that's going to be available to us, and then my thoughts on which ones I believe are the best and what can be used in the deck effectively. First up is Junk Warrior. He's level 5, 2300 attack. When he's synchro summoned, he gains attack equal to the attack of all level 2 and lower monsters on the field. So he doesn't get its effect if he dies and you somehow special summon him. He's pretty lackluster. You know, the flagship for the new cartoon series, but again, not really a powerful card. Next is Avenging Knight Parshov. He is a level 8, 2600 attack. He needs one Turner and one non-Turner light monster. And his effect is once per turn you can change the battle position of one face-up monster your opponent controls, and he has piercing damage, which means if he attacks a defense and his attack is higher, they take the spillover damage. Uh, the fact that he's light, that he needs a light non-Turner, will probably make it hard to splash this guy, but for those that still run Cyber Dragon and can find a good level 3 Turner monster, then he might be right up your alley. Colossal Fighter is next, another level 8 monster. He gains attack equal to the number of warrior type monsters in both players' graveyard times 100, which on top of his already 2800 attack is pretty high. And when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can select one warrior type monster in either your or your opponent's graveyard and special summon it. Now I think this is where the card really shines because he can get back Destiny Hero, uh, Disc Commander from either player's grave, but the fact that he has to die in battle might make that effect kind of hard to trigger. Next is Gaia Knight, Force of the Earth. He's just a level 6, 26 beat stick, I guess. It can't hurt to put him in your deck, I guess, if all you can muster is 6 stars to summon it. So, not really too great, but if the situation calls for it, I guess he's not too bad to include. Magical Android is next, a level 5 psychic monster with 2400 attack. Its effect is during your end phase, you gain 600 life points for each face-up psychic monster you control. I'm not a big fan of life gain, so I don't really like this card, but I suppose it could come in handy if you're running a lot of psychic types. Nitron Warrior, a level 7, 2800 attack monster. Once per turn, during a turn in which you activate a spell, this card gains 1000 attack during damage calculation only. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can switch one face-up defense position monster your opponent controls into attack position. Then this card can attack that monster once again in a row. If the situation calls for it, this guy can be a good game ender card. You play Heavy Storm, he gains 1000, and then attack and attack again. The only problem is I don't really see a lot of maybe defense position monsters just sitting there on the field, except for maybe Spirit Reaper and Marshmallon. But if if the field is set up right, then he can be pretty nasty to end the game with. Red Dragon Archfiend, a level 8, 3000 attacker. If this card attacks a defense position monster your opponent controls, destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls after damage calculation. During your end phase, destroy all other monsters you control that did not declare an attack this turn. This is pretty much an aggro card that just hates defenses monsters, I guess, so All your guys have to be attacking when you summon this thing, and any defense position monsters are always destroyed. So, um, not much of a fan of this card, but uh, I don't know. I guess it's good to clear away all, depending on the deck. I don't really see any decks that rely heavily on defense position monsters, but I suppose it could be useful. Another level 8 Thought Ruler Archfiend is 2700 attack. He's a psychic type monster. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, gain life points equal to the original attack of the destroyed monster. And by paying 1000 life points, negate the activation and effect of a spell or trap card that targets one face-up psychic type monster you control and destroy it. So it works. It helps protect against Brain Control, Soul Exchange, Sekaretsu Armor, cards like that. But it only helps Psychic type monsters. At the very least, it can help protect himself, which is pretty nice. But I don't really see any mass protection for all Psychic decks. So as of right now, he's okay, but not really that great. Now here's a card that every Synchro deck should have: Stardust Dragon. He's level 8, 2500 attack. You contribute this card to negate the activation of a spell, trap, or monster effect that destroys cards on the field, and destroy that card. If if you negate an effect this way, you can special summon this card from your graveyard during the end phase. So it's just pretty disgusting. DD Crow eats him alive, but other than that, he's really hard to get off the field once he gets on. You pretty much have to run him over with like a Dark Arm Dragon or another 2800 attack monster. But if you have your defenses up with your Sekaretsu, Mirror Force, stuff like that, you should be okay, and they can't destroy it because you can just tribute him to negate and destroy the card that's destroying it. So awesome card. If you're playing Synchro, then you better be using this. Next to Stardust Dragon, the best monster I believe out of the Synchros is this next one, Go-Go Guardian. He's a level 6 with 2800 attack. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon that monster on your side of the field and face up defense position. So I mean, it's just disgusting if you destroy like this commander or pretty much anything else. Any other monster you destroy, you just get more monsters on your field to help defend or use your effects, like Elemental Hero Stratos or anything else that has like on summon effects. So it's really good. I think it's gonna be the sleeper card of the Synchros. Someone's gonna do nuts at a Shonen Jump with it, and up until then it won't be played, but someone's gonna see how good it is and just destroy a tournament with it, and then it'll be widely used. So I think this is a card that needs to be on the lookout. So those are the 10 Synchros, my favorite being the last two, Go-Go Guardian and Stardust Dragon. Next video I'm going to go into the turners and deck design with Synchros. A lot of people are trying to splash Synchros into their deck and just kind of hope you can Synchro summon here and there, and it doesn't really work out, at least in my testing, that easily. In the OCG, the decks that are all the rage right now are Synchro Monarch, Synchro Dad, and Straight Synchro. So I guess a question for you guys is, what do you think is a better deck design? Either one of the three, the Monarch, the Dad, or the Straight Synchro, and possibly even leave a list. So yeah, next video we'll go into the turners and deck design. Until then, this is Fitzroy, and you guys have just been schooled.